Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.
Part 3 gang, y'all, let's get it, y'all. Part 3 gang, y'all, let's get it. Like, share, subscribe, y'all, let's get it. Let's get it. Let's go. Man, that joke was crazy. Everybody watching. The whole pod was on the door. The whole pod was on the door. She put it on blast. Michael ran upstairs. He was like, yo, this joke crazy. And I was like, man, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it, y'all. But what can you say, though, man? The dude, Michael, man, he got weak qualities. The whole time while people just watching how Charles carry him and how Charles be doing him, man, I promise you, it's probably turning a shake, rattler, and roller on. Pause. That shake, rattler, and roller probably was in a cell freaking getting majorly turned on from somebody that freaking stupid, man. Because a freaking predator, they will prey on somebody that dumb. If you gonna be that dumb, that's a grand prize for a predator. It's a grand prize, man. So like, you just started seeing like, it just was wild, man. Like he just started talking to a lot of different people, but the whole time, dude was talking to him, you know what I mean? So it was crazy though, man, but the lady didn't lock them up for the jump. So when they opened the doors to come back out. You looked up, you seen the dude run upstairs to his cell. The dude run upstairs to Michael's cell. Michael didn't even get no roommate yet, since Charles went to the bank. So he go out there and start talking to him, you know what I mean? He go out there and start talking to him. They ain't got to cut up or nothing. They go out there and start talking to him. The lady that caught them is in the booth, talking to the other lady that's in the booth, and she just looking over in our pod like, she talking to the lady, like laughing and like, not really laughing, but she like you can tell she's in there telling a dramatic story. You know what I mean? She's telling a dramatic story, man. So they was like, yo, stand by for outside rec, stand by for outside rec. So we about to go outside for morning rec. So the lady come back downstairs. The lady come back downstairs and post up by the brick wall. So they said, let exit out, exit out, exit out. So as everybody walking back, everybody that wasn't going out, stopped talking to her like, man, what you making all that noise for early in the morning? She was like, man, that fat dude, man, I don't know what he was doing. They was in there doing something. But the little dude was on his bed. Then like when I came, he's like, he fell on the floor. But like the big dude had his shirt off. She was like, that was terrifying to witness. So dudes was like, for real, man. So dudes was like, man, that's crazy, Michael. Now he's shake, rattling, and rolling. He went from being a slave to now he's shake, rattling, and rolling, man. But like, what other choices do you have when you that weak? When you don't have no food, you don't have nothing, and you freaking letting somebody like just treat you like a slave? What other choices are you gonna have, y'all? So boom. So she put it all the way out on blast. The dude he a shake, rattling, and roller. He didn't care about nobody noticing. He didn't care about none of that. So he go out there, John, and start talking to Michael for a minute, kicking it with him. And Michael come down the steps. They post up by the steps talking. Michael starts sitting on the steps. Dude talking to him. He got his foot on the little staircase joint, and he talking to Michael, kicking it with Michael. So Michael just sitting there like he talking. You know what I mean? So they're like, for real, man, like, I don't know what he did. I don't know how he hypnotized this dude, man. But you looked up again, him and Michael was about to make something to eat. You know what I mean? So like, you know, Michael, like, you never really seen dude. Charles never fed him like this. Charles would just give him like whatever, probably some scraps. Like Charles all the way drug him, man. I ain't gonna lie. Like, but now the shake, rattler, and roller is a little bit more generous, man. The shake, rattler, and roller is giving him freedom. The shake, rattler, and roller is making sure he at least eat a good meal. You know what I mean? So you see them out there in the pod, like he looked like he was foreign to making a meal. He looked like he didn't know what a meal looked like. You know what I mean? So the shake, rattler, and roller out there like this. He's like, yeah, look. Nah, get that butter knife right there and cut that pickle up, man. Nah, cut it up like this, man. Cut it in 4, then you cut it in half. Yeah. Man, he looked like this, man. He's like, man, this dude green as I don't know what, man. Man, cut the pickle up. So they over there getting swole right, you know what I mean? So they made their meal. After they made their meal, man, they ate peacefully, you know what I mean? The dude, Michael, looked like he was savoring that meal. He looked like he was savoring that meal, man. Lawrenceville got the big bowls. You can buy the big bowl. This man didn't even have a big bowl. Everybody has a big bowl. But when you somebody that don't go to commissary and you ain't got nothing, you ain't gonna have a big bowl. Man, my word, he still got the sausage 2 bowl, the little small, little regular, like, you know, like the regular, like just imagine a regular bowl that you might eat some cereal in. The junks that be in your cabinet. Like we used to have to order the little plastic ones like that. That junk used to be the best we had on sausage 2, so we had to make do with that. On Lawrenceville, they got the plastic junks with the top. You can put the top on the junk. You know what I mean? You can make a real bowl pizza with that junk. Man, I'm looking at the dude, Michael, man. He got his bowl filled to the top. Like, that junk overflowing. There's so much food on that junk. He like he's savoring that food, man. Looking like he never ate a swole a day in his life. He never ate a swole a day in his life, man. So I'm like, man, this junk crazy. This junk crazy, man. So from that day on, all you used to see him do was kick it with the dude B. Man, they still gonna find time to get it in. You know what I mean? So the whole time that Michael wasn't a shake, rattle, and roller, he's shake, rattle, and roll now. Now, I never seen it, and I ain't had no proof that he was, man, but you will look up and see him B come out his cell. You will look up and see him come out of B cell. What they did was they stopped shake, rattling, and rolling when that lady was working. Because no other COs would tell you to take the cut down. No other COs was on it like that. So they just moved around that lady that caught them. But they didn't care about getting caught. They didn't care about none of that, man. So this is probably like 2 weeks later. This is probably like going on 2 weeks later. And Michael still doesn't have a roommate. He was the only person that I seen go this long without a roommate. Almost 2 weeks. Like, you know, you will see something like that every now and then, 4 or 5 days or something like that. But he went almost 2 weeks without getting a roommate, man. So him and Dude Jai, like they super cool. Like, they don't look like they boyfriend and girlfriend or whatever, but like, you can tell that if somebody was a slave to Charles like that, now Shake, Rattle, and Roller got him, you know what I mean? It's like the Shake, Rattle, and Roller was using his game. Like, he was really playing like, yo, I'm gonna treat you better than he treats you. Kind of like, you know what I mean? You gonna be my slave, but I'm gonna treat you better than he treats you. Type of action, man. So like, I was just looking at it like, man, he decided to go that direction, man. You know, it's his life. He gotta do what he want, man. So they was together. That's what was going on. Everybody already knew that the big dude B was messing with the dude Michael now. You know what I mean? So that's what was going on, man. So you just had to get used to looking at it because that's what was going on in the pod. They never kissed and hugged and do all of that, but they ate together. They stayed in the room with each other. The only thing they didn't do was move in the cell with each other. Now, the dude B roommate, he ain't the type of dude that you just gonna move him anywhere. But I was trying to figure out why they didn't move in the room when they can just move in the empty, when you know what I mean? When he can just move upstairs in the cell with Michael. Or Michael can just move down there and his roommate can get the empty joint. Either way, like me and my roommate was talking about it, he was like, yo, that's crazy. I thought they'll be there moving the room by now. So the word that came back is that they not moving nobody in that room because they said they're gonna end up moving Charles back in this joint. So I didn't know if Michael knew this information. But that's what my roommate said. My roommate was like, yo, that's what the sergeant had told me. I was like, what sergeant? The one that locked him up? He was like, nah, the one that worked our building said they're gonna end up bringing him back because he didn't do nothing to go to the hole. You know what I mean? He just really like just disagreed with the sergeant, and the sergeant locked him up. So I'm like, man, he was like, they done drug him back there. You know what I mean? So he was like, man, they might bring him back. I don't know. He was like, you don't know if he gonna get a roommate. So like I say, I don't think the dude Michael and the dude B knew this information. I don't think they knew this, man. So I promise you, man, I say about 2 days later from me hearing that, I hear somebody say, police about to come in the pod. Police about to come in the pod. Next thing you know, you looked up, you see the car coming in. Charles came in like this. Charles was like, man, I'm back. Yeah, I'm back, y'all. What's up? Dudes was like, oh, what's up, Charles? Man, he was like, yeah, I'm back, man. People drug me back there, man. Yeah, and I beat my case. No, people drug me, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, they was like, yo, you still got your cell? He was like, I know. Yeah, I know, man. Yeah, they ain't supposed to bring me back, man. People drug me like that. He was like, where Michael at? Michael. His door was open. He was like, where Michael at? Hey, Michael. His word, Michael come up out the little cell right there. Come out of B cell. He was like, yes. He was like, man, get over here, man. What's up, man? He walked away. He was like, what's up, man? Smacked him back his head. He was like, what's up, man? You all right, man? What you been doing, man? His word, Michael was like, nothing. He was like, so you ain't been doing nothing, man? Why when I told you to write that witness statement for me, man, you refused to write it? He was like, they never brought it to me. He was like, man, they said they brought you the witness statement, man. He was like, they never brought it to me. He was like, man, so what's up? You all right, man? Help me take my stuff upstairs, man. Michael was like, Charles said, what's wrong with you? You all right? What, you ain't gonna help me? His homeboy was like, oh, look, man, let me holler at you right quick, man. Charles was like, man, hold on, man. I'm talking to him right now. He was like, man, let me holler at you right quick. Charles was like, wait right here, man. Don't move, man. Charles did like this, walked away. As soon as Charles went that way, Michael went back into the cell he was in. So the dude, Charles, got his back turned from when he was looking at Michael. dude, he told me, I guess dude was like, yo, look, when you left, man, he started messing with the dude B, man. The dude B, now they looking like they in a relationship, like they shit growling and rolling. You know what I mean? Dude Charles was like, nah, no sir, no sir, no sir. I'm like, no sir. I'm like, like if you don't shake, rattle, and roll, like what is the argument about this? Like I was lost, y'all. I'm telling y'all, man. Sometimes prison will be the twilight zone, but I was lost about this stuff, y'all. So boom, I'm saying in my head, like, yo, bro, you still want to have a slave that's a shake, rattle, and roller? Like, what are you doing? So everybody watching and jump. So he like, where you go? Where you go? He was like, what cell dude in? He was like, who you? He said, man, dude was like, man, cell 5. So he was like, this word. He went to the door. He was like, backed up. Next thing you know, you just see the dude, Big B, coming out. He was like, can I help you? He was like, yo, look, man, the dude Michael, man, he belonged to me, man. Like I bought him, I own him, and his life is mine. So I was like, hey, yo, man, I couldn't believe this man said this. Man, I couldn't believe it, y'all. This man said, man, I own him, I bought him, and his life belongs to me. Yeah, he belonged to me, man. So look, whatever y'all got going on, that's a wrap. He got to come back, continue being my slave. So I'm like, I'm just listening to this. I'm like, hold on, man. I'm like, yo, hold on, man. Dude was like, nah, look, that's out. That's out right there. And by the way, only reason why he ain't move out that room, because he said he already heard about you coming back to the room. But now that he ain't in there, now that you back, we gonna go ahead and get him moved out. Like, so, like, y'all ain't got nothing going on no more. Y'all ain't got nothing going on no more, man. Like now, he belong to me now. You know what I mean? And you can ask him for yourself. He was like, yo, Michael, come here, Michael. Michael came out of the shadows of the cells. Michael was like, he was like, get out here. Michael stepped out. Charles was like, what you gotta tell me? He was like, that I'm with B now. He was like, you with B now? He was like, yeah, I'm with B now. He was like, you with B now? He was like, yeah. So he was like, so you in there shake, rattle, and rolling with B? He was like, he didn't even have no answer. He didn't even have an answer. So he was like, oh, so you just saying I just waste my money when I helped you out, when you owe for that phone, huh? That's what you saying? So you gonna give my money back then, right? That's what you gonna do? He was like, dude B was like, man, speak up, man. He was like, man, I'm tired of being your slave, man. I don't want to be your slave no more, man. I just want to be me. He said, who are you? Somebody that shake, rattle, and roll? He was like, again, he didn't have an answer. he was like, man, nah, man. Michael was like, man, look, man, I like being free. I like nobody telling me what to do, man. And you don't own me no more. So he said, you don't own me no more. The dude Charles was like, bah! He smacked fire out of Michael ass, y'all. So boom. He backed up. He was like, yo, what's up then? Somebody gonna get my money? Yeah, what's up then? Michael was like, Big B was like, man, get back in the cell. Go in the cell, man. Go in the cell. Charles was like, yeah, he gotta come back in the room. Somebody gonna pay me my money. How about that? Dude B was like, look, man, I ain't gonna tell you again, man. He pointed at him just like this. I ain't gonna tell you again, man. Don't put your hands on my peoples, man. Don't put your hands on my peoples, man. I'm telling you now. Don't ever do that again, man. I'm gonna let that slide because you don't know what's going on. But don't ever put your hands on my peoples, man. I'm telling you that now, man. Dude Charles was like, man, look, man, it is what it is, man. It is what it is, man. He gotta come to the cell. Yeah, he hit the steps. He was like, yeah, he gotta come to the cell. Yeah, he gotta come to the cell. Man, that man went upstairs to his cell. I was like, I couldn't believe this, y'all. I'm like, man, hold on, man. Charles was like, man, open my door up. He was trying to get the lady to open the door up. I was like, I did a powerful jump, y'all. I had to. This jump came from everywhere. It came from my toes. It came from my legs, paws. It came from everywhere. I was like, he always was curious. I was like, yo, man, this jump crazy, man. I'm like, man, this jump wild, man. I'm like, this jump wild. He go in the cell. This word, he like, he come back out. He like, yeah, he gotta come in the cell. Yeah, he got to lock down. Man, he got to lock down. He got to lock down. That's the thing. Yeah, he got to lock down. So I'm looking like, this is the truth, though. He got to lock down, man. But like, look at this predicament, man. This is a maniac predicament right here, y'all. This was out of control. The witness. I'm like, yo. My roommate was like, he acting like he want Michael. I was like, bro, man, that man, something going on with that man. Something going on with that man. I'm like, yo, this man didn't even unpack his stuff yet. And he already ready to fight a shake, rattle, and roller over a slave. I'm like, man, where they do that at, y'all? So boom. understand, man. I'm telling y'all, man. I'm like, man, his homeboys going up there. Dudes that talk to Charles, they all going up there like, yo, what you doing, bro? Like, they trying to holler at him. What you got going on? Ain't that serious? You like, nah, man, I paid for that phone. He broke. Man, I don't know. I had to pay for that. Dudes were like, well, you shouldn't have paid for it then. You was bitten trying to have a slave, bro. It's over with. He like, nah, forget that. I'm like, yo, this man is blacking out, man. I don't believe this. I don't believe that this man was blacking out like this, y'all. I promise y'all, man. I'm like, man, this is, I'm like, yo, this is out of control right here, man. I'm like, this is out of control right here. So they was going in. You know what I mean? He on the top tier just snapping everybody trying to calm him down. He don't want to calm down. So it's probably like 2 hours before lockdown. You know what I mean? Before he has to go back in the cell. So the dude B come back out strapped up. He got his shorts on. He got his Nikes tied tight. He on the par like this. He like, the dude Michael's in the cell. You know what I mean? The dude Michael in the cell. So I don't know how they gonna get around this, man. I don't know how they gonna get around this, man. So dudes went and talked to the dude B. And there was some dudes that went and talked to the dude Charles. So it was like, I don't know what they was doing, man. I don't know how this was gonna get worked out. I'm just looking at this shit like, I don't believe this. Like, I don't believe my eyes, man. So I promise you, man, the dude B, he was like, fuck it. I guess he was like, fuck it. You seen this fat ass going upstairs? He was like, he went upstairs. Ugly little bitch. He get upstairs. He was like, everybody looking. I'm like, oh shit. He might just about to beat the nigga up Charles' ass. I'm like, this shit crazy. He was like, can you talk, man? Can you talk like me? Charles was like, man, look, man, I ain't got to do no talking. Your ass was doing all that shit talking when we was downstairs. Dude B was like, no, you was doing all the talking. You was doing all the talking. He was like, yeah, look, I came to talk to you man to man. He looked at his homeboy. He said, tell him I'm trying to talk to him man to man. Can we have a conversation right here on the top tier man to man? So the dude Charles was like, yeah, man to man. What you want to talk about? What you want to talk about? So he was like, man, look, come talk to me. So the dude Charles was like, I guess he was like, fuck it, you know what I mean? So he went and he leaned on the corner of the railing, like, cause it was about, they go jump to go the railing, go in the square. So they went to like the corner of it. So the dude B was on this side, the dude Charles was on that side, but they right beside each other, so they both leaning on the railing. So you just see the dude B kind of like he explaining something. You know what I mean? So the dude Charles started hysterical. He like, look, goddamn, if ain't nobody trying to pay me, I ain't trying to hear shit. So the dude B was like, man, look, you keep getting loud. We talking, man. Look, you can calm down. He was like, look, like I say, he was like, look, man, all right, man, I'm gonna pay this shit. I'm gonna pay what you paid. I'm not gonna pay what you paid. I'm gonna pay half of what you paid. Then that shit is over with. Then you can take it from there. If you wanna fight over this motherfucker, it won't be the first person I fight over that was a man. So if you wanna do it, nigga, let's do it, nigga. That nigga B said that shit. That nigga eyes look like it turned red. That nigga look like he had turned into Cyclops, y'all. So boom. That nigga was serious as a bitch. They was up there arguing. I was like, my shit was going off crazy. I'm like, man, this shit out of control. Two shit Rowler and Rollers about to clash. I'm like, this shit nuts. So the dude Charles was like, all right, yeah, get my bread. Then I ain't gonna do nothing to him. Yeah, you get my money. And it is what it is. Fuck it. You know what I mean? Let's get the money. Yeah. So dude B was like, look, I'm getting half of the money. That's cool. So the dude Charles homeboy walked up and was like, man, yeah, that's cool, man. That's cool, man. So dude Charles was like, yeah, that's cool. He was like, man, all right, I'm gonna get this shit, man, tonight, man. Like, I'm gonna get my peoples to get a green dot for $150. He was like, you paid $300 for him, right? I'm like, damn, he paid $300 for a human being? I'm like, god damn, prices on human beings cheap as a bitch, y'all. So boom. I'm like, damn, now he go down from a $300 price to a $150 price. Shit is getting wicked in penitentiary, man. I was like, yo, this shit wild. So he agreed. He might as well get some money out of shit. But the only awkward thing about this whole situation is that the nigga goddamn Michael gonna have to still go back in the cell at count time. You know what I mean? So I knew that was gonna be awkward, man. So that was the whole thing. So the dude B was like, look, you can't fuck with him, man. I'm gonna pay this money. Man. You know what I mean? So nigga was like, man, all right, man, just pay the money. Like, he agreed to the shit. So next thing you know, it was lockdown time. You know what I mean? Michael finally emerged. That nigga was the last motherfucker damn near the lockdown. That nigga finally emerged. He came out the cell. He still was at the cell talking to the dude B. B standing at the door. B was like, he giving him a pep talk. Like, yo, you gonna be all right, man. Look, just go in there. Don't say nothing to him. Just be strong. Don't accept nothing. You're not a slave no more. You just gotta be yourself. Have a backbone for a change. That's probably what the dude B was telling him. Because the dude Michael was standing there like, he had the blank face, y'all, so boom. He's standing there looking like a freaking maniac. He like, Dude be like this. He giving him a pep talk. So finally lockdown time, he finally go up the steps. Usually y'all know he run up the steps. He go up the steps like this. He's like, he grabbing the railings. He like, he get to the top. His word, the dude Charles was standing by his cell like this. He walked past Charles. He was like, he went in his cell. The lady came through, closing the doors, closing the doors, closing the doors. She get close to their jump. Charles just stepped in the cell. She walked by, boom. She shut the door. That's my word. So now they in the cell together. So my roommate was like, man, look, if he gonna pay the money, man, like, you know, like it is. I was like, yo, that dude Charles super mad. I was like, man, this man is beyond angry. I said, this man is beyond angry, man. Like, he angry to a whole nother level. Like, he ain't trying to hear nothing. He was like, man, was that junk crazy, man? He was like, he act like he want to do it. I'm like, I think he do want to, man. So I don't know what the hell was going on. So goddamn, they counted. Everything was straight when they counted. I'm in the jump looking at Sports Center, so I'm in the cell chilling. You know what I mean? You cell chilling. All you hear is, don't do that, man. Get off me, man. Get off me. Like, I never heard the nigga Michael voice like this. He was like, get off me, man. I don't like that stuff, man. Get off me. I don't want to do that, man. No, man. No, we never done that, man. When I heard that, everybody was like, oh, shit. My next door neighbor was like, y'all hear that shit? Everybody go to the door. We like, so I can look directly at their cell. You know what I mean? I'm looking at their cell. You can't see nothing but the nigga Charles' back. You can see his fucking white t-shirt. You can see his back. That's all you can see. So the dude, I guess the dude Michael like, no, man. No. So I don't know what he was trying to make him do. Nobody knows. But all I know is from there, that's all you heard was this. Motherfucker, you boom, 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 nigga. Fuck wrong to you, Miles, nigga. Bitch. Fuck me, motherfucker. He started beating Michael ass in that motherfucker. Niggas was like, everybody looking like, he beating that nigga up in there. Niggas was like, yeah, he fucking the nigga up. This word. People was like, the police about to come in this bitch. Police coming to jump with the mail after they counted. Coming to jump with the mail. Goddamn. So niggas like, yo, chill. So goddamn, I guess he stopped beating the nigga ass. So all you see is the nigga Charles come to the door. He was like, that nigga had the evil face. He was like, he was at the door like this. CO went right past they shit. They ain't got no mail. Nigga getting assaulted, and then right there, CO went right past. As soon as the CO went right back past, he waited. He waited for a minute. I looked down at the dude B cell. B was at the cell like this. His face was looking mad as hell. He was like, that nigga was looking like a fucking psycho. This is my word. As soon as the CO left out, man, he went right back to beating that nigga ass. Beat that nigga ass some more. Boom, 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 boom. That's all you heard was a bunch of noise in that motherfucker. So yeah, he finally stopped. When he finally stopped, it was almost time for us to come out. So nigga Michael, you don't hear shit no more. You don't hear shit no more. Next thing you know, all the doors pop. It's time to come out. Man, as soon as all the doors pop, I promise you, man, the nigga B fat ass, man, that nigga came up the steps like this. That nigga was like, that shit looked like he was going in slow motion. Y'all nigga went up the steps. He was trying to skip them bitch. He was like, that nigga was running for his baby. That nigga got to the top. He was like, Michael ran out that bitch. Michael shot down the damn steps. That nigga was like, man, what the fuck, nigga? I was gonna pay your monkey ass and you fucking still hit my peoples? What the fuck wrong with you? That nigga got there. Charles was like, what's up? What's up? He was like, what's up? Motherfucker, you think I'm gonna fight you? That nigga was like, and that nigga whipped out a fucking lock and a sock. Man, it's my word. That shit came out like a fucking sword. That shit said, phew. That shit went this way. That nigga was like, what? Man, he swung that shit at goddamn Charles. Charles' only reaction was that's all you can do when that shit being swung, unless you got fucking Jet Li reflexes. That nigga was like, he tried to block that bitch. He tried to block that bitch. He was like, man, that shit came around. Blah! Man, that shit smacked. You can hear like when I lock him, you can hear that motherfucking shit. When that shit hit some bones or him, man, you hear that shit say, blah! That shit smacked loud as a bitch. That nigga Charles was like, oh, man, what the fuck? That nigga just started hitting his head. Blah! Blah! Charles tried to take off running towards our set. That nigga right behind him. Blah! 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 Charles got down the steps, failed everything. Boom, that nigga hit the ground. The CEO looking at the shit like this on her walkie-talkie. This word, the big nigga B was like, man, get up, motherfucker, get up. Dudes was like, man, don't hit him no more, man, don't hit him no more. He like, man, fuck this nigga. Bah! He hit his ass again. Nigga was like, nah, fuck, man. The fuck you doing, man? The fuck you doing? This word, the nigga Michael ran over that bitch, kicked that nigga. Boom. I was like, oh, shit. Michael was like, fuck you, motherfucker. Bah, fuck you, motherfucker. Boom, he start kicking the nigga. Nigga start hitting that nigga like, blah, blah, blah. police came in that bitch. They was like, put it down. Put it down. This word B was like, shh. He put that bitch down. This word B put that bitch down. Goddamn. They handcuffed B-ass. They goddamn went over the goddamn Charles. Like, you alright? Charles got fucking like, you bruised. Man, that shit was fucking, when you get hit with that lock in the sock, man, that shit is fucking nuts, man. I'm talking about that nigga shit was fucked up. He hit that nigga all in his face, all in his head. He had lumps on his head. Every goddamn thing. Niggas was like, God damn. So they take Big B out. The lady was like, he was fighting too. She got Michael. They grabbed Michael, took Michael out. This is my word, took Michael out. Took the big nigga out. They finally called the medical in that bitch. Got Charles up the fuck about that joint, man. Medical came and got that nigga. That nigga was fucked up. They took that nigga out. My word, niggas was like, oh shit. This shit crazy as a motherfucker, man. I couldn't believe that shit, man. That nigga Charles was fucked up, man. That nigga, that lock in the sock looked like it hurt. That first time he hit him, that shit sounded like the worst fucking hit of all times, man. I promise y'all, man. The only people that got out the hole on this shit, man, was fucking Charles and Michael. That was the crazy shit, man. But Charles got put in 70 building. You know what I mean? And then Michael got put on the other side of the yard. You know what I mean? He went to 50 building. So I guess they was just trying to find a place. Like, he done been through so much dramatic experiences. They put him in 50 building. You know what I mean? So he lasted in 50 building. By the time I got back to the other side, he lasted in 50 building for a minute. And then I saw him right back on the other side of the yard. And the only reason I saw him on the other side of the yard, man, because I was at the fence talking to somebody, and I seen him walking with this white dude that shake, rattle, and roll that work in the gym. When I seen that, I'm like, nigga just gonna be a shake, rattle, and roller his whole life. He went from a slave to a shake, rattle, and roller, man. That's his job description, man. But the nigga goddamn beat. They said that nigga had caught an assault charge behind that shit because he really fucked the nigga Charles up. That nigga Charles goddamn had a little mark on his little face right here. That nigga had a little mark right here, right by his head the whole fucking time when I used to see the nigga. And that shit come from that lock in the sock. That lock in the sock is no fucking joke. That shit'll take the fight out you if you don't know what you're doing, if you don't know how to defend yourself behind that shit, man. But I ain't gonna lie to y'all though. That was a crazy situation. That's the end of the damn story though, y'all. I appreciate y'all for watching another one, man. Y'all already know the count, man. Stay y'all ass out the way. Period, man. It's nothing else to do with your life, man. It's up, be legit. Watch out for your family, man. And don't do no crime, man. Doing crime is in the damn way right now because you're going to jail, y'all. Period. But y'all already know what it is, man. This was the weekend banger. So what did y'all do this one? Like, subscribe, y'all. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's go. But be safe out there, people. And stay your ass out the way.
Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way, if you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous. Did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments. Get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes.